Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been quite a while, but this video is basically going to be a market recap of my funded trades on my eval 1. I just want to thank you guys so much lately for all the support. I'm glad you guys are here supporting me while I'm on my journey to profitability, and I hope we can get there together. And also, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, be sure to join. Link is in my bio. We got a large community of traders who are just trying to be on this journey with me, and we're all helping each other out. We got a lot of different channels. We got VCs and all the other stuff, and you can post your wins, your losses, and reflect. And also, if you guys haven't followed me on Instagram, it's also in my bio, so make sure you do that. And before we get into it, I just want to start with a little Bible verse. This one's from Philippians 2:2, and it's called "Have the Attitude of Christ." Is there any encouragement from belonging to Christ? Any comfort from his love? Any fellowship together in the Spirit? Are your hearts tender and compassionate? Then make me truly happy by agreeing wholeheartedly with each other, loving one another, and working together with one mind and purpose. Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble. Thinking of others is better than yourselves. Don't look out only for your own interests, but take an interest in others too. You must have the same attitude that Christ Jesus had. Though he was God, he did not think of equality with God as something to cling to. Instead, he gave up his divine privileges. He took the humble position of a slave and was born as a human being. When he appeared in human form, he humbled himself in obedience to God and died a criminal's death on a cross. That's a really good one. For me, sorry, it's got a tag. Okay. For me, what I took from that, when you belong to Christ, you have to, encourage and love each other. You need to be a loving person, and don't try to be selfish. Don't impress other people. Just be yourself. Be humble. The thing that confuses me a bit with that verse is, you have to be humble, but as someone who plays sports and stuff, I really need to go out there because I play tennis. I need to go out there on the court and think I'm better than the other person and know I'm going to destroy them in order to play good. But something I've been learning lately is just, playing for the glory of God. So there's some conflict between that. And then also, do not look out only for your own interest, but for others too. And do everything without complaining and arguing is something else I read in Philippians. I didn't read that verse, but that's just some of the notes. But look, be humble. All right, just be yourself, because Jesus was a very humble guy, and God blessed him after he came down and was a slave. He had humble beginnings. All right, well, that was a pretty good verse. Now let's get into the trades I took this week. All right, we got one win, one loss, one break even. Would have had one win this week with the A+ setup, but my problem is I tend to force trades. And look, I'm not perfect. Look, I'm not profitable either. Never said I was. You guys are just here joining me for the journey. So, yeah, let's get into it. I was forcing trades a little bit, but this one was the A+ setup. This one I took was on Tuesday. All right. So what are we doing with this strategy? Okay. Market open right around here. What do we do? Okay, we mark out the highs and the lows. Okay. So what did I do? I marked out move up, move down. I marked up these highs. I marked out these lows. And what did I do? I waited for price on the high time frame to draw into one of these. Upon market open, right? Oh, by the way, there's nothing on the 4-hour. You mark out 4-hour highs and lows and 1-hour highs and lows and imbalances. We literally got dog crap. We didn't get anything, right? We had these highs all the way up here, but price decided to draw towards liquidity on the 1-hour. So I marked out 1-hour highs and lows. Okay. Upon market open, we sweep these highs. So what do? I'm scaling down on the 5-minute time frame. All right. So what do we get? We have price sweeping these highs at 3:30. There was also a 1-hour imbalance, bearish imbalance. Okay. So after price goes into that around 3:30, what are we doing? We're waiting for a down candle, right? 5-minute retrace up candle, but we were chopping around a bit, so I was waiting for a bigger down candle, right? We finally get around the macro time frame because you don't want to trade before the macro, okay? I only enter between 350 and 430, but I waited for the macro. Around when the macro opened, we had a huge down candle, reaction candle on the 5-minute time frame, and then a 5-minute retrace. After I see that 5-minute retrace at 4, which is 10 for you guys, because I wake up at 4 a.m. to trade. Right around 10 or 4 for me. Once I see that 5-minute retrace candle close, I scale down on the 1-minute time frame. So we got a 4, and then we got the 405 5-minute retrace. What do we see? What confluences can we find on the 1-minute time frame? Okay, we have this bearish imbalance. What else do we have? Price comes into equilibrium, goes into the discounted price range, down candles out of it. What do? Enter for this. Stops above these highs. If I wanted to, could have done stops right there, but I went above these highs to be more safe. And what did I target? All right, we had 5-minute equal lows, all right, or relative equal lows. That was a super strong drawn liquidity for me. And I saw these equal lows resting right here, or relative equal lows resting right here. And I knew we had to take those out, all right? So this was kind of based on experience, but whenever you have equal lows, relative equal lows, like multiple relative equal lows, equal highs, relative equal highs, that is a very strong drawn liquidity. So you want to, what my thought process was is I saw, okay, here we had accumulation. After the accumulation, we had a manipulation leg and then distribution. All right, that's literally it. That's literally what it was, which is pretty cool to see. We had this, that. That's kind of what market likes to do. So, yeah, I was like, okay, we need to take out equal lows. We're not just going to crap to the downside. All right, we're going to have to manipulate to the upside, take out highs, and then go to the downside. If I wanted to, I should have had extended take profits because we ended up just totally like crapping the bed all the way to the downside. But that was the first trade. Pretty good trade. Hit a 1 to 1.8. I didn't put any extended take profits because I wanted to get in and out. All right. And let's get into the loss now. All right. All right. This was the losing trade. All right. So right here is market open. I took this losing trade on Thursday. I didn't trade Wednesday. Okay, market open is right here. What are we doing? Okay, we're marking out highs, right? And we're marking out 4-hour highs and lows and imbalances. I looked on the 4-hour. We had these highs, but that was pre-market and sort of the night before, so we didn't really get a reaction from that. So I also had these lows. Lows were not taken out, so I just scaled on the 1-hour, marked out more highs and lows. What did I see on the 1-hour? Okay, well, market opens with this candle right here, and this candle comes down and fills in this bullish imbalance, and also this bullish imbalance. The one that gives us the most reaction was this one right here during the macro, right? So once we fill the high time frame imbalance, what am I doing? Scaling down on the 5-minute. All right. Now, what do we see? Okay. Now we see, for me, we saw price come in right here around the macro time frame between 9:50 and 10:30, right? Price comes into the high time frame imbalance. Huge candles to the upside. I was waiting for that 5-minute retrace. We get that 5-minute retrace, but price continues going down. All right, but that wasn't what I was predicting because it was pretty late already. So what I did was I saw this up candle, saw that 5-minute retrace, 425. All right, what did I do? Scale down to 1 minute once I saw that 5-minute retrace. This was right here was the 5-minute retrace candle. And on the 1 minute, what are we looking for? We're looking for confluences. What did I see? I saw from these range lows to these range highs. Price came all the way down here, and I just slowly saw price move back up. So this candle shows a doji candle we were definitely rejecting. So I just waited for the next up candle and entered off of this. Put my stops at this low. What was I targeting? Price rejected this. I think it was a 1 hour imbalance too, right here. And I set my first take profit right there, and I actually wanted to get in and out on this one as well. So that's what I was targeting. It ended up not going my way, even though we had a pretty good setup. The only thing we did not have, I think, was a fair value gap. My A plus is a fair value gap and equilibrium. We did not have that. So, you know, I already took 2 losses taking trades that are not A plus. So definitely next week I learned something. I should definitely not trade if it's not A plus, if it's not fair value gap equilibrium. So I didn't have that. I just traded off of equilibrium. But I mean, this looked like a pretty good setup to me. Just didn't really work out the best. Looks like I really need that fair value gap. We did have an order block too. That price went in, rejected. Market just, you know, it's always tricky with imbalances, right? Market wanted to go lower, but this was already 5, or it's already like 11, which is close to lunch hour. I mean, I'm just not taking that. I mean, probably shouldn't have traded because there wasn't a fair value gap, I guess. Other than that, I mean, I pretty much stuck to my rules, you know. There's like dudes outside my house. Pretty much stuck to my rules. Now let's get into my loss. All right, this one was on Friday. If I'm being honest, I should have probably won this trade. That that was my loss. This was a break-even trade. Okay. If I'm being honest, I should have won this trade, but price action was pretty bad. Maybe I shouldn't even have traded. But anyways, here we can go over this again and remove the drawings. All right. Market open. It was just around there. All right. So what are we doing on the 4 hour? Marking out highs, and we're marking out lows. And then we want to wait to see where price draws upon market open, and we trade in the opposite direction. What are we doing again on the 1 hour? All right. Sorry, market open a little more like right there. What else are we doing? Okay, marking out highs, lows. You can mark out these lows, right? And then market open right around here. Mark out more imbalances. And what do we do upon market open? Right. We come down. We push into this bullish imbalance, and we also sweep these lows. What am I doing? Scaling down on the 5-minute time frame. All right. So there's a sweep of this low, a push into a bullish imbalance. I knew we wanted to go higher. So what did I see? 2 huge freaking candles to the upside. We had the 5-minute retrace candle. And what else did I see? SMT divergence. All right. We go to NQ. NQ was up here while ES was down there. So ES was obviously the lagging index. And that's why I decided to trade it over NQ. All right, so we got the 5-minute retrace. Time was at 3:45. So right slightly before the macro, but I found my entry during the macro time frame. All right, so we had SMT divergence. This was a break-even trade. What did I see? Not really any confluences on the 1 minute. All right, no order block. That's not really the best looking breaker. Even if it is, it got invalidated. Invalidated these fair value gaps. One thing I saw was literally just equilibrium. We went in, bullish candle out of it, and if I wanted to, I could go on the 3-minute time frame. 3-minute time frame. We did have a lot of respect for this 3-minute fair value gap. All right, so I saw that, but you know, normally I just choose the 1 minute instead. That could still be valid, but in my opinion, nah, I don't think so. All right. So mainly we had equilibrium that I entered off of. No 1 minute for value gap. Um, I just saw SMT. Usually if there's SMT paired with any other confluence, because SMT counts as two, I try to use two confluences to enter. SMT counts as another one. So I knew we were going to go higher. I just probably should have found a fair value gap, so I probably shouldn't have traded. But what did I do? Sorry, entered off of that candle. That is the wrong one. Entered off of that candle. Put my stop loss, sort of a longer stop. Oh wait, no. I wanted to wait for a 1 minute break of structure actually. My bad guys. This was really dumb of me, but basically, instead of just following my strat and seeing that up candle, since we were so choppy, waited for that 1 minute break of structure. We got it right there. I put my stops like really low, like all the way right here. Yeah, I put my stops right there, and I targeted these highs as my first take profit, which were like 1 hour highs. And then my second take profit were the 4 hour highs. And as you can see, we would have hit it for a crazy 1 to 2. Downside is I had a huge stop loss. I was in drawdown. Alright, didn't get the best entry. Should have entered off of that and would have had a way better trade. The reason why I was break even was because it was so choppy. I knew I shouldn't really have taken this, that I just moved my stop to break even. And I can't. I didn't do two cons, so I couldn't really scale off. I was trying to get in and out. So we went up right here, and then right around here, since it was so late in the day and we were just chopping around like this, I moved my stop loss to break even, got stopped out, and then once I got stopped out at break even, price just kept going and kept ripping. So I realized, you know what? Since I can't scale off, to be honest, I should just go for way shorter trades. To be honest, I just should have probably just targeted right here. Just took that and got an in and out for a 1 to 1.5. Hey, it's always something I can learn from. Not going for too much because, hey, the goal is to pass my eval, right? Not to make a ton of freaking money. But those are the trades I took. If I had to reflect on this week, I'd definitely say follow my plan. All right. That was, I mean, honestly, like a decent trade to take. Just didn't really get the best setup. I think I'm going to try aim to take trades only with the fair value gap and only with equilibrium. And then obviously the rest of my strategy. This one was fair value gap, equilibrium, and which is why it worked out. The other one, no, just equilibrium, got stopped out. Okay, so this wasn't a bad trade. I just kind of let my emotions get to me, and we were chopping around, so I moved stops to break even. Realistically, would have hit both take profits, but it's all right. Not gonna lie about it. That's really what happened. Again, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, make sure to join right now. And that's it. Hope you guys liked the video, and I'm gonna try post more next week. I just been really busy, so hopefully I can update you guys how my eval is going, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Shoots.